All right. I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Policy Committee of the Whole for October 21st, 2025. I'd like to have a roll call, Ms. Amanda.
Ms. Abrams?
Here.
Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Ms. Dominguez?
Present.
Mr. Duncan?
Here.
Mr. Moore? Mr. Piazza?
Here.
Ms. Richards?
Present.
Mr. Toller?
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Present. We never did the Pledge of Allegiance, but if we'd like to do it, we'll go ahead.
Go ahead, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Trent, you will lead us through.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll move to the revisions. Consider approval for the revision of policy GBAA compensation guidelines overtime. Mr. McNeely, good afternoon.
How are we doing?
You here?
Please. You gotta say it loud, he didn't hear you.
I motion to adopt the administration's recommendation.
Motion made by Mr. Piazza. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Rose.
All right, it's all the way down on the bottom. This is just adopting into policy a practice. Maintenance employees get paid time and a half for working Saturdays regardless of a hard 40 work week, and they get paid double time for working Sundays or holidays. And so we're just putting it into under special situations. Maintenance employees shall receive overtime compensation at 1.5 times their regular rate of pay for all work performed on Saturdays, regardless of whether the employee has completed 40-hour work week. Work performed on Sundays or holidays is designated by TPSB policy GBRL shall be compensated at double the employee's regular rate of pay, regardless of hours worked during the week.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion on this amendment or revision? No discussion. I see Mr. Moore has made it, so you can notate that and call for a question.
Voting is open.
Nothing's coming up.
Yes, Miss Amanda, because I don't have a computer.
Okay, Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes, mine came up.
Mr. Toller? Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, moving to B, consider the revision of policy EE, Child Nutrition Program Management. Mr. Jinko?
Good evening, everyone. Back on the September 2nd policy meeting, it was recommended by Forethought to remove the paragraph in policy JGB and add it to policy EE under Child Nutrition Program and Management. So that's what we bring to you tonight.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Any questions on this revision?
Mr. President, I do have one, and just wanted to kind of briefly look at it, and it's not something we need to answer here tonight, but I know with this new revision, it says other specific individuals approved by central office may be eligible to receive free breakfast or lunch. And if you're not a child nutritionist employee, you have to pay it right now full cost if you go to get something to eat in the cafeteria with these new revisions. Can we get some numbers together from Ms. Kendra to see what it would, like how many people we have on staff that go and eat in our facilities, to see if maybe we can put some numbers together, maybe get them a discounted rate or something like that, now that they're now going to have to pay for their individual lunches?
We can get the numbers of how many we have going through the line now, and then kind of do some projection of how many may go through with the projected price that you are discussing. But no, we can get that number and bring it back to the board.
Appreciate that.
All right, any other discussion, questions? We'll call for the vote.
Yes, Ms. Amanda? Yes.
Mr. Anthony,
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez,
Yes.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Piazza,
Yes.
Ms. Richards,
Yes.
Mr. Toller,
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Moving to C, consider the revisions of policy JBD-R, absences and excuses regulations. Mr. Jinko?
Yes, sir, thank you. Just a little beginning here. We will be up here quite a bit talking about attendance issues. As we begin to unpeel the onion of attendance, we realized that there were 7 policies that we've had related to attendance. We also noticed as we were having some meetings that some of the newer state statutes were not identified in here. So we've sent some information to Forethought to ask them to look at our policies to see about combining 7 into a lot fewer and to update it related to some of the most recent statutes that have been passed that are not reflected in our policy. So as we go through this tonight, we will be coming to you a lot more often related to attendance till we get that where we need it to be updated and so forth. So we know, as you know, attendance is one of our big rocks, and I'd like to publicly thank our schools, our parents. Our attendance rate is up. So as kids come to school, that's where we want them. So we're going to continue to ask people to do the things we need them to do. Credit to our schools, our attendance officers for taking this head on. And we bring to you a few changes that we've made. One of the big ones is going from 3 parent excuses per semester to 5 parent excuses per semester is one recommended change. We have some renumbering where we're eliminating a number 4 and eliminating a number 5 and making an adjustment to number 3, but I have a feeling number 3 will be adjusted as we get some more updates from the state and so forth related to the things that we asked them in Forethought to look at.
Do I hear a motion to adopt the revision?
So moved. Second.
Motion been made by Ms. Janice, second by
Question.
Ms. Robin. Ms. Rose?
So it says, we're removing these things, but they'll have an opportunity within 3 days to return to make up work. So what are we giving them, just indefinite days, or what's the rationale behind this?
As of right now, that's the way number 3 would stand with the change. But as noted, we are asking Forethought to look at the policies that we have and look into the statutes that were changed that are not reflected here. So we hope to bring that with a more definite number as we go through this process.
So, Mr. Jinko, in that process, how long of a span do you think you could get that before the next board meeting, or do you think it's going to be longer than that for Forethought?
A lot of that would depend, Mr. Piazza, how quick Forethought can get us the combination of the policies with the cross-referencing of the statutes.
Because my question is, if it's going to be coming back to us anyway, could we table this item and keep it in policy until those things have come back?
If number 3 causes some issues, maybe not approve number 3, keep it the way it is, and approve we feel strongly about the 3 parent notes moving to 5, because we have parents that are starting to buy into that, getting those numbers in to get our attendance rate to where we need it and our truancy rate down and so forth.
I think the reason for the initial reason for referring this policy was for number 2,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
was to extend it instead of 3 excused absences per semester for a family, we want to do it for 5. When we were reviewing this internally, we had Ms. Lanier on the conference call with us on the Zoom. She was mentioning about the state change. There's been some state changes in terms of attendance, and that the 3 days that students only have 3 days to do their work is not current with the state law. So that's why we strike through that. But I do agree that there needs to be some time frame in there.
So, Mr. President, I'd like to amend the motion that's on the floor right now and amend it to adopt administration's recommendation to change number 2 from 3 to 5, take out the other changes, and leave it in policy committee for when Forethought comes back with an answer, we can update the rest.
Yeah, that'd work, that'd be good.
Is that okay?
That's just open-ended like that.
Right, 'cause that way
I
we don't
mean,
have
Then
a
how long are you gonna
policy.
give them? You have to have some kind of a
Those were
guideline.
discussions that we've had, and we're
Yeah.
hoping that can get some clarity.
Again, motion is to adopt administration's recommendation for number 2, to change number 2 from 3 to 5, and remove the other changes made by administration on 3, 4, and 5. And to keep this policy in policy committee for further revisions after forethought.
Yeah, one question. Just second his motion? Second his amendment? I'll second his amendment. Question, Mr. Jenko, on this, or Ms. Dilly. Are we actually improving with kids being in the classroom more? Or are we improving by documenting absences better? That makes sense?
Our attendance rate is up. That's the daily average attendance, so it's up at it's 94%. So it's higher than it has been in the past few years.
Is that as a result of kids' butts being in seats?
Yes.
Or the fact that we're better documenting our
No,
excuses?
the attendance rate means they're just there.
Okay.
It's-
see what I'm saying?
They're at school.
And our other rates related to truancy, chronic absentee is coming down because of excuses and kids being in school.
This is going to help our truancy rate.
So I know there's two parts.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Documenting is important, and that's good, but also
Yeah.
the attendance.
Them actually being there is up, it's improvement.
Okay.
Then this, number 2, just really helps with truancy, which means when they're not there, we have excuses on.
I don't want it to come across like we're giving 2 more days
Yeah.
for parents to keep their kids out.
Yeah.
Which is how some people would read it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Like, you're giving them 2 extra days, really.
And I,
But my question with this is, I mean, as far as the amendment that we're asking to consider, I believe that the intent of a change was because it is a discouragement, and I've experienced this with my own children, when a child comes back to school and they've only got 3 days and they got to catch up on, they got to reassert themselves into the regular curriculum and the new course workload, and then they've only got 3 days to make up work that they missed. That could be a week. That could be 2 weeks. I mean, if a child's been suspended from school for 3 days, then I think maybe 3 days might be, practical. But if a child has been suspended from school for a week, 3 days is not going to be, and that's going to put a lot of pressure, especially on a kid who's already struggling. So I commend the change that the administration is asking for, because unless we increase that number, but I don't think 3 days is appropriate when a child returns to school and they've got to readjust back into, what's going on in the classroom. I think that there should be more time allotted. Maybe we should just leave it to the teacher to do that, to decide.
We'll see what state law says.
Yeah, that's going to govern,
Yeah.
I think, what we do. The state law.
just to kind of confirm what he said, me and Dr. Fussell had this talk this morning, our common practice right now, especially when I was in the room, is yes, it says 3 days, but as an educator, you're going to do what's best for the child. So sometimes it was 3 days, sometimes it was a week, sometimes it was a little longer. If that child needed it, we as professionals did that. We have a lot of common practices that we use every day in this profession to keep children in the best case scenario. My only argument why I made the motion like I made is we need our policies to defend the people in the room for what that common practice is. So if it's, hey, Jimmy needs 5 days to make this work up, that's fine. Let's let Jimmy have the 5 days. We as educators know the quicker they get back to that material, the better that result's going to be, whether if we drag it on for a month and a half. The only issue is when we leave it open-ended like this, it gives parents and everybody an opportunity to break and really not do what we're asking it to do, and we can't back up that teacher in the room, because we asked the teacher to put in the grades at a certain time, but if this is an open-ended thing, how can I tell that teacher to put that grade in when at any moment a parent can come and say, hey, according to your policy, there's no set time. I want Jimmy to go back and retake that test from the first 6 weeks. So that I agree we need more time, but our common practices need to be backed up in policy to protect our staff.
But the policy, the way it is, and just even considering what you're talking about, of common practices, the unwritten practices, it leaves the process and the decision, it makes it selective and subjectable to a teacher's disposition, her attitude, how she felt, what's going on at home. And so I think that we need something to cover the student. This is what this is all about, guys. Yeah. This is all about educating children. And I know we want to make it easier for our teachers, and we should. We should do everything that we can, because we need to keep our teachers. They need to have a livable policy that they can operate under and succeed.
I think
But we
emphasize.
also need to consider the children.
Agreed. I agree, yeah. And like I said, I think forethought's going to bring
I think
a
once
lot.
we get forethoug's recommendations as it aligns with statute and law, then we can come back, and if the board would like to put a set number of days, et cetera, then we can have that discussion.
Any other questions or comments? If not, we'll call for a vote on the amendment proposed by Mr. Piazza.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
No.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yeah.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes with Mr. Moore, no.
Now we're going to call for a vote on the revision as amended. Roll call one more time, Miss Amanda.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
No.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes with Mr. Moore's no.
All right. That's all we have today on our agenda for Policy Committee of the Whole, so it is adjourned.
Thank you.